to say this, but now many of us already know this. I think all of us have come in contact with some Nigerians over here in America at some point. And I hate to say it, for many of them, in a way,
no.
I mean, and we also know, and I know Paul knows this as well, that we did not have no white man come running over there, lassoing us up like Tarzan and put us on the ship. There had to be some niggas that helped out the white man to get us on the ship. And so, and that particular character is still with us today. I think there's one of them that lives where my man Jamal come from. Her name is Candace Owens or something.
Yep, Candace Owens.
Where's Candace Owens from? Where is she from, girl? Where's Candace from?
He's from, I don't know.
Let me see.
Punta Curanas? Curanas? I don't know.
Candace.
She's from Boston. I thought she's in Boston.
I hope not.
I think so. I think you're right.
She's from Connecticut.
Oh, she's from.
Yeah.
She was born in Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh, so she's from disconnected Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she is a classic because if we say yay, she's gonna say nay. My son told me
to stand out.
Yeah, right. My son told me that she said George Floyd needed what he got because he was a misfit nigga.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And you can't get no more vicious than that. That's vicious. That is totally vicious.
You know, what I heard about her was that when she was in high school, she went to a white school and she was treated so badly. There was so much racism against her that she filed a lawsuit with the NAACP and she won the lawsuit. And today she's not even a member of the NAACP. So, show you how things can roll.
Wow. I think she might be getting paid. You think she's getting paid?
Yes.
So how do you forget
Absolutely.
that? She erased that part, I guess.
Oh, she married. She got married now.
No.
He's married. Yeah. Yep.
I knew. Trump's brother?
Yeah.
Some random white guy.
Jeez.
Some random white guy.
Well, you know, all I know
calls him daddy.
We are at a point in our lives where the only thing that makes sense right now is for this mass of humanity to come together. And it ain't got nothing to do with your racial shit, ain't got nothing to do with your religious stuff. If you are a human being, if you understand what being human is, and that this is the only home for human beings, then you can hang out. If you got that kind of respect and understanding. I don't give a damn who you are. This is the only chance for us to exactly be in this particular form of our lives where we can communicate, share, enjoy the physical presence and the spiritual essence at the same time. But when a person doesn't recognize the spirit in them and they work only with the physical, there's going to be problems. We have some people of all persuasions who are only physical. They don't respect the spirit. And consequently, if you're about being material, you are about physical stuff, you are going to run into a brick wall every other day because that stuff is inanimate. It doesn't have no flow. It has no flavor. It's only defined by your existence. And you have got to recognize the source of everything. It's nothing to do with machines. It's nothing to do with things. And if we don't see human beings as being sacred, then you need to die, period. And that's the bottom line. We are in a world where guns have become major.
That's your actual page.
No, we just lost you for a minute. If you're still there, we can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. This machine could do some weird shit.
It took us into another dimension there, right? Right when you were telling us, I mean, we all switched into the other dimension, and some of us got it, and some of us didn't.
There it is.
I'm gonna end my statement by saying this. With all that's happened and with all that has transpired and with this virus still raging and all the different variants and all that stuff, I still have faith. I believe that we're gonna pull through. I think that we're gonna be able to have a good celebration. And I can't put a timing on it, but I do believe that I will be here to share and be a part of it. I do know that we have to go through the storm. I mean, like, there's nowhere in the world you can have anything worth having without going through some major conflict. And some people don't, and it's just, it's a shame that we have to go through stuff before we get to stuff, but that's how it is. I don't know anybody on the planet who has seen nirvana or have experienced paradise without going through hell. So we need to recognize it. Let's get started today, since we got poetry in the house. And it's so special. I mean, I think I just want to, let me see.
Abiodun,
Yes.
do you mind if I read first? Because I got to head out to my.
Brother, I was just, PCR, your name was in my mouth.
Oh, that's all right. I appreciate that.
Your name was, I was good.
Oh, I ain't on
Your
mute.
name was, I was good.
I appreciate that. So I'm gonna start right now because I gotta get out, do my little birthday shenanigans. It's called Community Cookout. Let me get this out the way.
Okay.
Feast on this gathering, indulge on this togetherness, sunshine with warm smiles, loving the weather, yes. Bring the respect that we have prepared, sirloin, solidarity, well done, nothing medium rare. Mac and cheese, motivation, potato salad, priority, desserts of the diaspora with every single variety. Folded chairs of chivalry, manners are a must. Lounging with the optimism in us we trust. Heavenly lump of charcoal, ancestral generation, canister of lighter fluid, pouring flammable libations. Light the match like the candle for Umoja. Fire and desire, unified exposure. Grill the other principles from the Nguzo Saba, based in marinade wisdom with our mama and baba. Catch the smell of freedom for the lingering smoke. Rather we remain awake than to stay woke. Let's present morals to the table, black dominoes for our kids, a righteous game of spades, hoping no one reneges. Grab the 6-pack of knowledge, aquatic bottles of truth. We even have enlightened juice bottle boxes for the youth. Fruitful franks in a roll, bountiful burgers on a bun, captivated condiments for the old and young. Two-stepping discipline, whatever we provide. Soul Train line, traveling on a soulful ride. Let our culture wobble to represent Black pride, magic in the music as we all electric slide. So grab a plate, pack it up with devotion, delicious happiness swallowed as our commitment goes in motion. For our hood, be that statesperson, guru, captain, remove stains of pain, we the concerned and considerate napkins. Food for thought, don't let it go spoiled. Take home the leftovers wrapped in aluminum foil. We be strong repellents for any negative mosquito. Open up our hearts and not appear incognito. Community is key with a healthy discussion. Please don't start no ish. It can immediately get the flushing. We all in this love together. Rest in power, Al Jarreau. Future plans for our seeds in full bloom as they grow. Continue a daily schedule for this type of barbecue, a community cookout built entirely for me and you.
Yeah. You know what? When you did that piece, PCR, I'm gonna tell you, I'm clear. We must do a CD, all of your published, because to do a book is nice. The anthology idea is important because I would chronicle it in a paper, in a book, which will live longer than us anyway. But we need to do a CD. That is special, man. That was special. I mean, and you stayed with the metaphor. You started out with the cookout and everything on it. You stayed with it. You see, and that's the thing that people need to recognize. Don't jump on a horse and then try to switch horses in midstream. Stay on that horse. Ride that horse to the end. And you did that beautifully, brother. That is a classic. That is an absolute classic poem, man.
You give thanks. Thank you, sir. All right, y'all. I have to roll out, but I thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
You too, King. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother.
One
Thank
day.
you.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother Ngoma. Thank y'all. Peace.
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 We can't hear you,
I hear
Juanita.
you.
Share the link on your
Okay.
social media accounts so that we can spread the love today. Today's message is about the family. Peace.
And you know, a lot of people wanted to celebrate the fact that George Floyd, the assailant, the person that killed him, appears is going to get some time. I mean, of course, all of the charges equal 75 years. We know he's not going to get that. The big charge is 40 years. Now, he should get that without question. But the bottom line is that all of that really is irrelevant when you consider the fact that he is one germ out of many. The society that we're living in has had something worse than the coronavirus for a long time. And Black people have experienced that. And the insulting part of all this is that while everybody's watching the new reality show, The Trial of Mr. Chauvin for killing George Floyd, they were killing us continuously. Dante Wright got shot by a cop who was on the force for 26 years, and she don't know the difference between a plastic gun and a real gun. A taser gun is not even metal; it is plastic, and you shot the brother dead.
Or on which side of the body you're carrying it on.
So we got issues, but the thing is that I honestly still believe the only thing, because a lot of these cops recognize where they came from. Many of them were those kids that got their lunch money taken in high school. Many of them were on the payback trip and say, I'm gonna fix all the people. And of course, I've met a lot of Black kids. They couldn't get on the basketball team because of all the Black boys. So they said, I'll be a cop, and the first chance I get to hurt a Black kid, I'm going to do it. I think it's in their psyche because of the way that they've always built up this case of hatred based on some basic deep insecurities. The only reason that racism exists is because of insecurity. If you're sure about yourself, if you feel good about yourself, you ain't got time to be hating nobody. That's ridiculous. I mean, the idea of hating anybody is absolutely stupid, beyond anything you can imagine. Our issues in life should be about love, promoting something that's going to help heal and build. You don't want to promote something that's going to tear something down. So we know where it's at. But the police forces in America and much of the military is infected with a lot of ugly characters. And Trump was a character to let all those guys shine. So right now they're on a mission. We're going to hear more. I'm saying all this to say we're going to hear more sad stories, but we can stop a lot of it as long as we're doing what we're doing right here. This is a shield against all that BS, because we come together to share some poetry, to share some love, to talk shop, to just be together. I don't care if it's through a screen or through a beam, whatever. We are together, and it's a beautiful thing. And this can stop the future bullshit, and I know that. I just want to say it, and I want to thank you all one more time. Go ahead, let's hear from somebody else. That poem was great, BCR. God damn, that was a great poem. Mo Cloudy, I saw you somewhere, Mo Cloudy. Where you at?
I'm here.
I guess it's because your name is Mo Clarity. I like to hear from you, but you can Mo Clarity for me.
Oh, hey again, family. Greetings.
I can't see her on the screen. What come I can't see her?
Uh-oh. Can you? Is it the internet? I'm here. You see me?
Yeah, I see it. We see him. Maybe he's not on a
I
speaker.
can see me. Oh.
can't see it.
Uh,
You know,
Technical difficulties.
Mhm.
Y'all
You
got
can have
it
it on
straight.
gallery view and not speaker view.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, you meant to swipe over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or if they can get it on speaker view, then they'll see you.
Is that better? Did they you got them straight?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
It was. What happened to you?
yeah, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
So go
okay.
for it.
Go. All right. Well, first I want to say thank you all for the laughs so far and everything. That was needed because I'm literally like I'm still watching it, but dealing with watching Mr. Earl Simmons BMX service is still going on. So the delay when we were starting was really appropriate. I was like, I need to get it together a little bit. Just very touching and just so I came across a piece I have. It's an older one, Baba, but it fits where we're going, I believe. It's appropriately titled Family Tree.
Okay.
There's this tree on my back that's making me weak. There's this tree that's been on my back with roots that run deep. There's this tree on my back with family secrets to keep. There's this tree that is upon my back that won't let my soul speak. There's this tree on my back, and for salvation, it seeks. This tree that I've tried and tried to carry used to be lost, but now it is found. This tree I cried to bury lingers a sound. Whisper so loud with a silence so proud that it cracked the sky and shatters the ground. Engraved in the bark are enslaved beauty marks, unsightly blemishes that were once braved in the dark, for many years counted from bruises inside, many years fears mounted from confusion inside. Infuriated thrashes from emancipated lashes, leaving behind liberated ashes that are freed from self-inflictions, relieved from self-restrictions, released from self-convictions, removed from emptiness and restored with compromise, shattered chances, severed ties, broken branches, and unspoken lies. A tree that's often ignored and taken for granted, but when I walked away, you walked by the shore, there it was planted. Removed from the tomb, removed from the garden, removed from the womb, with a soul unhardened. Removed to discover a new place to rest, removed to uncover a new space to bless, new seeds to water, new seeds to sow, new minds to feed with new minds to grow. Thirsty for knowledge and hungry for change, I invested in the fruit where the truth remains. Aspirations of encouragement, generations of empowerment, engulfed in life and the joy that surrounds, embraced in love and the peace that now I found. Surrounded and surrendered my will and eased this tree down. Surrendered my will, bowed my head to receive my crown.
Woo! You know what? I'm sorry. Maybe all I
Oh
want to
my
say is
goodness.
you know what? I'm glad. I appreciate the fact that people know I'm a poet. But you don't know how. You do not know. I am blessed. I'm not. We're not dealing with people who like poetry. I'm hearing real poets. That's a poem.
Thank
No,
you.
that's major. We talk about Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni and blah, 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 blah. We all exist. We exist. We are a damn pyramid we built. There's no doubt about that. You are writing poetry. BCR's writing poetry. We're not messing with. Some people write words. They think they're writing poems. They're writing essays. You're all writing poetry. Poetry is a particular style of writing and talking and being and walking. We're black, we're poetry, black folks, and we are everybody that's coming on the screen ever since we started this thing is reflecting the poetry in us. I'm so proud. I am telling you, I am living amongst monsters. I know that. And you can't mess with us. I wrote a piece that I'm gonna read it. I don't read it because I have to. It's called Obvious, because we know what's gonna happen. And we all understand that. I'm just Mo, thank you. Thank you, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
Thank you. Juanita, I got another one for her for this week. I'm not adorning the jewelry because I told y'all I was
Hey,
in the
listen,
space today, but this is for today
I'm gonna give you all the theme.
appropriately.
I'm gonna give you all the theme right now because I'm gonna give you the theme right now because it's on my mind. Because we're talking about the spirit and all that stuff. I want the next assignment to be a poem about God.
Got you. Got it.
And I'm saying that because I mentioned, I think in one of our talks, how when I was first hooked up with my son who's sitting here in the living room with me, I had picked him up. I was taking him over to his mother's house or someplace, and we're walking down the street, and Pharaoh's about 5 years old. And he says to me, he says, Daddy, who's God? He messed me up. He fucked me up. What am I supposed to tell a 5-year-old at that age? Hey, oh, shoot. What am I supposed to say? I said, whatever I came up with. A tree was nearby. I said, God is a tree. We walked by a bush. I said, God's a bush.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Was I right or wrong?
You're right. You're right, Baba, because one thing when people start asking us who practice the tradition, do you all believe in more than one God? God isn't good enough for you? So you don't understand. Our tradition, every single thing that exists is an expression of God. Our gods are just one of God's faces. And it's the faces God is so vast that we can directly relate to. Everything to us is an expression of God. Therefore, that's what makes everything sacred. And we don't live like that anymore. We don't live like that anymore. But it's something that we can turn back to. So you're correct. The only thing, I would have said is if you could have followed it up. Everything here is an expression of God. So everything is God, which is why we have to be respectful and reverent of everything that exists.
Woo! Thank you, Oshun. Thank you, Oshun.
Thank you, Oshun. Yes. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, that's why I tell them, anthropologists have this great term for it. They call it diffused. They call African religions, really, they call it diffused monotheism, which means that we see God, just like I said, in everything. I love it. I personally love it because then you start looking around. Those of us who are in the tradition, we're not going to be the ones who are chopping down trees, polluting the rivers, messing up the earth, because we know better. We know better. And we also know that we are directly created by God. So whatever comes to us, whatever comes in our talent, whatever that is, that's the expression that we have literally of just one of the cells in God's body. We have to express that. And when you start to yourself with that, you respect yourself more. You respect yourself more.
One of the cells in God's body.
I got that poem I'll be reading next week. I got that poem done already.
You just gave us a poem right there. No, you got yeah, go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, they can you go ahead.
Uh-oh.
They got more one device on maybe and they're getting an echo.
Oh, because all of you all in the same space.
Abiodun, before
Hello?
on here.
Can you hear me now?
Is that Pharaoh? I hear it. Yeah.
All right, y'all can hear me?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me turn on the light. Yeah, no, I was saying, I remember going to the Million Man March, or the reunion, and they had different people come out to do prayer, and they had a Native American brother come out, and he had the jean jacket on with the feather, and he was like, "Yo, they asked me to come out here and do a prayer, but to be honest, in my culture, we don't really believe in prayer." So everybody's looking like, "What the heck is this dude talking about? Why is he up there?" And then he said, "In my culture, we believe that all of our thoughts are thoughts of God. All of our actions are that of God. We are never separated from God." And when he said that, I said, "Damn, that's dope."
I love it. We are never separated from God. All I know is that next week we're gonna go to heaven. The next time we have this, because I know you're gonna be writing some outrageous stuff. The truth is that and recognize this: the world that we live in right now was manifested, created, designed by just a few Godheads. We have amongst us a few Godheads, and whatever we do can have a super rippling effect on the entire planet. Let's not forget Daniela Frazier, a 17-year-old little girl with her camera phone, with her cell phone, that a lot of folks don't even realize was invented by a Black man. I forget his name, but I found Henry Sampson. 1971. Ain't that nothing? 1971. And he ended up hooking up something where a sister saw a heinous crime before her eyes and used her phone to capture a picture of the sickest form of murder you could imagine. And the world saw it and went berserk. They were having demonstrations in New Zealand, and everywhere on the planet. Folks were affected and touched by that. And that's just one little 17-year-old little girl that I'm sure she's been just over everything in terms of attention. I just hope she survives the attention she's getting, because she's done something that has startled the planet. The fact is that each one of us have married the word. We appreciate the idea of what poetry can do, what it can do for us, what it can do for others. And that's a responsibility. I am looking at this crew that we've amassed on these every other Sundays as a very seed, a nucleus. And it's not surprising because I've got some brothers that have been with me for some time, like Brother Earl and Brother Brain is here today. And you've got to hear from Brother Brain. I got to do this because Brain is important. Yeah. This brother's got some skills that are silly. And the deal is that we are at a point. This is a pivotal time in the world. Everything is changing, and we can actually steer the ship and make the change the way we want to be. We got that kind of power. Thank you for being here. Go ahead, Brain. It's your turn.
All right, so Pop, real quick. I published the book, the To My Future Wife book.
Okay.
So that's how it looks.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah. So I gotta see you and give you a copy. But
thank you, brother.
Definitely.
Has your phone been ringing up so hook?
Listen, it's a problem. It's got to be a problem. All right, so this piece, here we go. We be crossed burning at the bottom of the Atlantic, defy contradictions, grounded in the awareness that we are miracles with magnificent sight. Our bread, unlike any other, the sun bows to the opening of our eyes. The moon celebrates the movements we spin and tumble with. We be rhythm, rooted in the drum, in the bass line, in the occult, the voodoo, the rituals divine. We much rather have victory than give into our pride. We much rather smile than plot murder, laugh and cry inside, sing a song of inspiration when bones are on fire from the wall. Can you feel that which is at the base of you? Can you feel what tells you that you can make it? the thing that wants you to push further with your eyes bloodshot, your muscles feeling like you're melting behind your skin. Can you feel the silence of a people, the intellectual rage of our screams, Ogun and the blood, the clothing lines and the blood, diamonds and the blood, I tell you, the blood thick is here bubbling. Can you feel this? Does this scare you? Is your first reaction is to drop to your knees or rise to your mind, find something that you have been ignoring? Is it's the blood of your mother, your mother's mother, your father's father, your unborn children with eyes popping in your dreams with heartbeats and screams. Come one, come all to the ritual at the base of you, and me and you and we. Come see the show. Come see the people they labeled more than magic.
Right.
Beautiful images, man. Beautiful images.
Wow.
Oshun told me the title, so I literally wrote that right before I got on.
Yeah, that's still there.
But that's like
One thing I want to say, you were talking about Baba Abiodun, what a brilliant writer Rain is. I have to say Rain is a wonderful teacher too, because Rain was one of the people when I got here to New York that really helped me find my poetic voice.
right. Right. No, Rain is just what his name insinuates. He makes everybody wet. No. That's not a
Well, get your father.
Those of you who don't know, I just have received another offensive goddamn flag.
You can't say I make everybody wet now. You can't do that.
I'm not saying I don't think I deserve a flag. Because I said the word wet. All right, hey, listen. All I know is that Rain, your poetry is still who you've always known you to be, a master poet. And I'm not surprised that Oshun has discovered also that you're a master teacher as well. Those are qualities that they can't teach you in a school. You have to have that. And Rain, you've had that. But I know, like I know, you got that because you gave your soul to women a long time ago. And because you gave your soul to women, they give you a soul right back. So you are a womanizer to the max. And I understand.
You got to clean that up.
You got to clean that up. That's a good one.
All right, it's not negative, Rain. It's a positive thing. I'm not. Yes.
Everybody else, you got to clean that up.
All right, a womanizer with cotton gloves, okay?
Okay, where's the photos and the videos? Basically, that's
I will take that. I am a photographer too, so we'll probably make a series of it.
Well, the bottom line is that when you deal with women on a regular and mostly, you're going to gain wisdom. That's the reason why in all of the situations, all of my children, for the most, except for Ade, all of my children's mothers are older than me. I wanted a woman that had brains. Brothers got a lot of brains, but got a lot of other stuff. We be dealing with each other on different levels. Sisters have wisdom, and they use it because that's the only way they can survive. They can't survive punching a nigga in the face. They can't do that. A brother can say, I'll punch you in the face, and you might think he can do it, and you leave him alone. Sisters got to have a host of other things. I always respected the wisdom of women, and consequently, I love women. I'm a womanizer. I love women. I wouldn't say anything about you, Rain. I would say about myself. I love women, and I've been called a womanizer, whatever they call me. I love women, period. And I don't have no excuse for it. The truth is that because of my love for women, I have gained a great deal of knowledge. I've received more knowledge from women in my life than I have from my brothers. I test the shit out that my sisters tell me on my brothers just to see if it'll work. And I know you understand what I'm saying, Brain.
I definitely do.
And this,
I definitely do.
and the other thing is this: we got 23 chromosomes of X in our system. That's that, and then only 23 Y. We have us as a woman, but I'm not gonna run around here being Caitlyn Jenner. That's ridiculous. That motherfucker has gone overboard, and he's gonna talk. But I want you all to recognize the severity of it. This is the crux that we're at. This is the point. We're at that point when the man has got to decide if he's gonna be a bitch or he's gonna be a motherfucker. One or the other. You can't be both. And you'll know when I say bitch and motherfucker, you know what I mean. I'm saying it in a lovely way. Anyway, no. Yo, who's next? Manaya. Manaya's there? Manaya? Manaya. This is Manaya, the singer. We gotta have this right. There's only one Manaya. That's right. Manaya, you need to do an album. And you need to call it There's Only One Manaya. I'm serious. My son just said that. You gotta get some kind of cut. You know, that's
She's right now too.
Manaya, we got another title for the album. Womanaya.
Womanaya.
That gave a pillow. Maya. Manaya.
Yeah.
You know what? Now this is your mama, right?
Yeah.
Manaya looked like she come from India. What's up? What's up? What's the background?
No background. Oh, wait. No, our family is from Madagascar, Africa.
Oh, that's it. Madagascar. You see, that's one of the places I want to go. I haven't been because of one thing, the Seychelles Islands.
Yeah. Yes, the Seychelles. Yep.
The Seychelles, the only thing that can compare is the Caribbean. That's the same kind of water, same kind of sand. And my lady used to look on the map and she told me all about Seychelles. That was the trip that we had planned, but she checked out. So I have not been, but I can tell you every stitch of land in the Caribbean because that's the Seychelles on this side of the world. And then there's a sister I met from Mauritius, which is a group of people in Madagascar, well, Africans there, Mauritius, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's a sister I met, a musician. We were quarantined because they had the bird flu or something in Mexico City. And we were all in a hotel. So we couldn't do the gigs because of the flu. So we stayed in the hotel and we were downstairs where we eat and we just made music. The girl from Madagascar, the Mauritius, she started with some kind of a percussion instrument and she set the whole tone, she set the whole thing up. I fell in love with her immediately. I couldn't help it because she was a spark and we must have had a party ourselves, just the artists from all over the world for about 5 hours. We're making music, singing, making up songs, playing different instruments. It was unbelievable. So I just know, when I saw your daughter, I mean, besides her voice is enchanting. I'm gonna stop and let her sing.
Listen.
I'm gonna be singing "I Believe in You and Me" by Whitney Houston.
Good. All right, what is? Just do it. We can hear you.
All right. I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see, you will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. And I believe in dreams again. And I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost. Now I'm free. And I believe in you and me. I will never leave your side. I will never hurt your pride. When all the chips are down, babe, I will always be around just to be right where you are, my love. You know I love you, boy. I will never leave you out. I will always let you in, boy. Oh, baby, to places no one's ever been, deep inside. Can't you see that I believe in you and me? Maybe I'm a fool to feel the way I do. I will play that fool forever, just to be with you forever. I believe in miracles, and love is a miracle. And yes, baby, you're my dream come true. I was lost, now I'm free. And yes, I do believe in you and me. See, I was lost, now I'm free. And I believe in you
Ha!
and me. So
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? All I know is that me, the only thing I can think of right now is silence is golden.
well, you know what? Manaya is working on her EP right now.
Okay.
So I don't know if you all know, but she graduated Berklee College of Music
All right.
as a vocalist, right? So she got her bachelor's as a vocalist, but she's not all the way comfortable as a songwriter. So these weekends, these Sundays, these every other Sundays, you guys are all pouring into her, and that's why I encourage her to come on every single week, every single time to listen, to learn from the best. I mean, you guys are the best. And for her to learn how to, she's taken a couple songwriting classes in school, but the stuff that she's learning from you guys is amazing. And the stuff that you guys pour into her, I'm sure will end up in her EP. So
you know what? Let me say this. You know what? We have created a family with this whole thing, and she is a child that each one of us will take pride in saying we are proud of her because she is special. Your voice is not just a voice; it is an experience. You have some. You got an ancestor in you that has something to say a long time ago, and they have found you to get that message out. And I'm hearing that. I'm not here. I'm looking at you and I'm listening, but I'm not listening to you. There's something inside of you that's talking to me. Yes. And I can see that. And all I know is that with that kind of gift, the only thing I wish right now, I wish I was a rich Jewish guy who had a company. I could just go ahead and set the company up, make you the star, and put you on stage, wherever, because the world needs to hear you. You are medicine, honey. Your voice is medicine. And that's the one thing that we do share together. Everybody that comes on this screen and we got nothing but doctors around us. Everybody's medicinal. My niece, who don't write no poetry, always trying to take advantage of mine, she is nothing but medicine. But my niece is behind me, and she upset. The bottom line is that Juanita is the best, and we know that. The truth is that everyone that is a part of this family that's been created, and basically she's been the Hattie McDaniel of the whole crew. She's been Mammy, and she played Mammy very, very well.
Listen, family secret. Forget it, I'm gonna tell it. Uncle Doom has been stealing my poetry. All this stuff. Now y'all know. Now y'all know.
The secret's out.
Oh, wow.
The last playthrough. Oh.
When you went to Berkeley, you was living in Boston, yeah? Oh, okay.
Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I mean, the sound is on. Testing. 1 2 1 2.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yeah, now we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
Jamal,
It's a directional mic. Now you good. I'm gonna be quick. So you was living in Berkeley. Living in Boston, going to Berkeley. Who was some of your vocal professors?
So my vocal professors, I had Michelle Mungo and I had Lori Sly.
Okay. Did you ever deal with the dude Larry Watson? You know who Larry Watson is?
I've heard of Larry Watson.
Okay. How long was you in Boston for? And when did you leave?
I was there for 4 years from 2016. Well, yeah.
Still COVID.
Oh.
2016 COVID.
And do you know an administrative assistant by the name of Abria Smith?
Abria Smith, that sounds familiar.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you graduated already, right?
Yeah.
In May.
Okay. All right. Okay. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 22. Gonna be 22.
She's giving me a Shaka Khan vibe too. That's what I've been wanting to say for a second. Doesn't she? Like, especially the younger pics of her, yeah, the 70s. Yeah, you got a Shaka thing going on.
Old vibe.
That was beautiful. Well, what you got for us, man?
What's that? Yeah, okay. I just lost you in terms of sound. I came today with, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I came today to offer hopefully some humor to this family. So here we go. This is called flashcards. Maybe some of you are too young to know what flashcards are, but here it goes. Flashcards. There was a question on one side and the answer was on the other. 5 plus 5. 9? No. 12? No. 35? No, Johnny, you're guessing. It's 10. And they would.
Oh, you lost sound.
Somehow I got unmuted. Shall I start again? I didn't go too far. Here we go. Flashcards. You can all hear me now?
Yes.
Flashcards. There was a question on one side and the answer was on the other. 5 plus 5. 9. No. 12. No. 35. No, Johnny, you're guessing. It's 10. And then they would show you the other side of the card. And there was the 10. and you could argue all you wanted, but there was the correct answer. It'd be nice if we had flashcards for Congress. What's environmental protection? Burning trees? No. Some parents would practice with their kids. You know, a caring mom who wanted you to do well. She didn't want you to fail. So she'd give you hints, sometimes even the answer. And then everybody'd wonder, why are you failing at school? At school, though, that's where the devastation and the trauma and the inflict would really happen. A teacher would hold up a card and say to somebody, hey, Billy, the boy before me, his flashcard was 9 multiplied by 4. And Billy said proudly, 36. I was next. I was ready. I had been looking up the answers to multiplications. In fact, I had the answers written on my hand. The teacher turned to me and said, okay, what's 4,872,490 divided by 5/16? Okay, happening once, you could say, ha ha. But every fucking time, this is the flashcard that I get for life's questions.
Thank you.
No one seemed to understand the trauma. All the therapists, all they could do was they couldn't stop laughing. I asked myself, was I over exaggerating the failure, the doom? When I tried to explain this to my granddaughter, and I said to my granddaughter, they asked me what was 4,872,490 divided by 5/16. And she looks at me and holds up her phone and she says, yeah, it's 155,919.68. What happened, Grandpa? Your phone go dead? Who could blame me for grabbing her phone? But then I said to her, okay, wait a minute. Can you look up who invented flashcards? Are they still alive? Do they live? Where do they live? And she shows me the phone and says they live just 3 blocks over. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone over in my emotional state. I tried to tell the judge. I just wanted to go over and talk to him. How was I going to know that when they opened up the door and they said hi, they pulled out a flashcard and said, hey, what's 6,500.4992 multiplied by 800.1674222? I just want you to know, having restrained meditation time, heavy narcotics, and this ankle bracelet that gives me electric shocks, I'm feeling calmed down now. I can almost see that maybe this is funny if it was to happen to someone else. But to be honest, I still ask, why me? Why me?
Yeah, Paul, thank you. That was wonderful, Paul. That was wonderful. And it was you, it was totally your style, your persona. I appreciate that, man. That's excellent, excellent.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I thought I'd try to bring some humor.
No, it was beyond humor because, see, humor only works when you learn something from it. You know, just to make me laugh for the laugh's sake, that ain't working. I got a reason to laugh. Richard Pryor was great because he always gave us a reason to laugh. You know, like there are some comedians who just act and be funny, but as far as I'm concerned, they're pathetic. They're not funny. I mean, funny has got to spark thought. It's got to spark some thought. Right here on my block, where I live, George Carlin lived on my block. George Carlin was really very funny.
I love him. I loved him.
And he made you think. He made you think. And I appreciate that. And Paul, listen, I mean, I know you. We've been to synagogues together. And I know exactly where your spirit's at. And I'm just, and your story, when you deal with the whole concept of the flashcard, you're dealing with, and you know, Black folks have been dealing with the flashcards ever since we've been here. Our whole life has been a flashcard. Who are you? Turn the card over, nigga. And that's been the clear evidence of the way we've been treated. And it's ridiculous. And when we lump people together, we know that it's a certain crew of people who are not working with us. And then we know there's John Brown and his crew. We're not unaware of any of this.
Harriet Beecher Stowe and her crew.
And Harriet Beecher Stowe and her crew. We know this. And we know that without that crew, we ain't going too far. I mean, we got to work together. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it again. This is the beginning of a new day. We represent the change of the atmosphere. We've got that power. We are messing with these words. Words are nothing but science and symbols in the fucking air. We use this shit to communicate. And communication, they say, is a very big deal. Yes, it is a big deal when you can communicate a thought that can ripple itself into trillions of ideas in other people's heads. We can do this. We can do this. I want this to be more than just an open house on Sunday. I want this to be major. I'm serious. We're working the anthology. We got the poems. The next thing, and I'm gonna talk, and my son Pharaoh's right here to help me. I see a CD, and if he sees what I see, we can make this happen. Because some of these poets, some of y'all are spitting some fire. I mean, it's crazy what's happening. I'm gonna move on because I'm crazy right now. Michael Sanders, you were here early, brother. I can't leave you out. Come on, Dan, talk to me.
I'm mute, bro. I'm mute. Almost. Oh, the other one. Hold up. I'm gonna help you out. There we go. Gotta press the button. Hold up. Stop. It should say, there you go. You want me to now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is called The Family Black.
All right. Okay.
The family black is us, is we. And since our history in this country, there has been an effort constantly to dispel the magic that is the Black family, trying to change our moral culture, made marriage illegal for slaves, but we married anyway. Under fear of death, we jumped the broom, and in secret we honeymooned and held the family together as best we could. And whenever the master would separate us, we would search until we found them or die in the effort. They even tried to breed mother and child like we were cattle. But in our hearts, we were never their chattel. So mothers marked their children so they would know. Yes, and they would submit to death before they would lay with their child. And later, when they would offer no funding for our community, our leaders said, we'll live where you live. How would that be? And they took that as an opportunity to destroy what we had, a bad decision. Offering low-income houses, no man, you and the children alone. So when the welfare workers came in the front, the Black man was out the back and gone. Even with no man in the house, they underestimated the Black woman's power. Single mothers and grandmothers raised the children alone. And if COVID was someone's plan, it went wrong. COVID's isolation only made us strong. It made us long for the village where we cared for our elders. All the older women were called mama, and all the older men were called baba, and all the children were all the adults' responsibility. We did not mind our business because they were our business. And the village is returning. You can see it everywhere, especially here.
Oh,
okay.
Michael, that's why I was like, we rehearsed this, man. You came right after me, and I said what you said. Michael, man, listen, man, I love you, brother. I'm not, no, it's a serious love, man, because it's a manly love. You read my mind and my soul. Did he not read my mind and soul? What the hell did I say? The village is here. We are the village.
Yeah.
Let's claim that shit. Let's claim it. I'm on the last chapter of my life. Let me go out like a hero, goddammit. Yo, yes. Did somebody else speak? I'm tired. What did you hear? Did you hear something good?
I heard unity. I heard unity of family, community. It was just a beautiful piece. And I believe that is what's happening, is unity is taking place. It's time to get that community back. So it was phenomenal. I loved the piece.
I agree.
People, COVID had people sit and actually deal with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some people survived the dealing and some people didn't. But for the most part, COVID had people actually look in the mirror.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah, it forced you to. Yeah.
But that's how we're going to survive. We are going to survive by returning to the village, because clearly this other system doesn't work for us and it's not who we are. But the village always has. And people talk about that. And I remember even saying to my children, Mommy, can't I get any privacy? No, you don't have any privacy here. I gotta know what you're doing. Yes, I need to know who your friends are, and I need to know where you are going.
Yeah.
And that's the only way we're going to survive, is if we return to that.
Also in the piece, the whole idea historically of having to hide, having to find out who is your family, whether it's your blood family or the family who believes in what you believe. And especially if nobody else or the system is not believing in that, and they're persecuting the people who believe in something, the secrecy of having to hide, having to be strong, having to know how to identify who your family was. And that was all there. So and that continues to be there, unfortunately. So we're trying to find the people that we know we can call family.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Trying to find the people that we know that we can call family. That is the key. Because once you get to that, then you have
very beginning.
Yeah, that's the
reminds me of a principle I learned. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. Speak.
The very beginning reminds me of a principle I learned in African religion class. The principle that I am because we are. And that's
yes.
And also, the shortest poem ever written.
We can't hear you now.
All right, you go tell them again.
I said the shortest poem in the world is the poem.
No, we can't hear him.
You faded out again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I was saying, I said the shortest poem ever written is in the Guinness Book of World Records, and the poem goes like this: Me, we, and it was written by the greatest,
Muhammad Ali.
Me, we.
But understand that what we need to recognize is that each of us are actually a part of each other. And that's not difficult to understand if you recognize that we can feel each other even if we don't know each other. We know we're in each other's presence, even when we're not. There's a certain energy that exists. And that energy exists because of its relationship to the energy around it. We are nothing but matter. That's why it's so funny that we've got this whole movement right now, Black Lives Matter. We've always mattered. We are matter itself. Matter ain't nothing but substance of existence. And we've always been that. We ain't been nothing less than that. But to claim it, to put a name on it, call it African, call it Caucasian, I don't give a fuck what you call it. It ain't nothing but matter. The whole wide world is actually overcrowded with matter. And we are poets who understand what the whole concept of matter is. That's our job. And nobody told you to take that job. You decided to do that. You wanted to jump inside the belly of matter. You wanted to get deep into the intestines of what this shit is all about. Who asked you to do that? You accept this shit and keep it moving. Like most people. Get a job, god damn it. The bottom line is that we have got to take it to the next level. I'm not gonna be here with a moment of saying, if I had another chance, fuck that. This is the moment. And we are gonna move forward. And each one of you all have been an angel for me. I hate technology. I ain't got no damn cell phone. I hate this shit. And you all made me love this shit like a bitch. I'm telling you. I mean, this is crazy. I hate this shit.
I can't be responsible for that, Abiodun.
All right, I'm sorry. Hey, Kiana, come on, let me hear you, baby. You've been here a long time, dude. You've been sweet. Come on, let me hear from you, baby.
Thank you all for having me. I was invited by Rainmaker. I was actually forced by Rainmaker. Let me be clear.
Listen, you better, nobody wants to be flooded out, honey. You got it.
This is called Vainglory. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. So saith the preacher in the word. For what does it profit you to obtain material riches at the sacrifice of your eternal soul? After lifetimes of pleasing yourself, how much better can you leave this world? Can you take his possessions from this realm to the next? Will it increase your worth and power to the Almighty? Are you truly satisfied, or do you grind greedily for more than you can retain? Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. So saith the man to his brother, the father to his son. The equation of life is more than the sum of years, possessions, and information. Don't bastardize your existence and become a bitch ass nigga. There's more to a relationship than.
Wow.
Oh, we lost her right at the best line.
Yes, I'm saying.
Platinum panties and collection plates.
Right.
Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. So saith the woman to her sister, the mother to her daughter. Let the women of Titus show you the good things of how to behave as a proper woman. See reflections of your royal ancestry, but don't forget the Jezebel, Sapphira, and Magdalene heritage that teaches what not to do, not to destroy your life, respect, and soul. Burn the bitches at the stake, vying for your affection for short coochie skirts, wannabe weaves, Crayola claws, ghetto grills, and lopsided lingo. Girl, get your mind right and your shit tight. Stop chasing. This fist fight is for your life, not luxury. So stop chasing the bullshit. Stop chasing the bullshit. Stop chasing the bullshit. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. So said the prophet to you all. Get your ass out the mirror, because looks can be deceiving, and vanity will vanquish your soul. Thank you.
Woo!
Nice.
Yes, Kiana.
Wow.
Kiana. Thank you, Rain. Rain. See that?
Worth the wait.
You decided to do it, Rain. See that's Rain. See that what we just experienced is the way the Rainmaker makes love. You see, he makes people want to rain on each other. I mean, I see that ain't no flag. Not a flag. Not a flag. No. Come on.
Kiana, you don't know, but like midway through your poem, it cut out for about 5 seconds. But when we kicked back in, we was like, yo.
My apologies, but I thank y'all.
No, definitely.
But all right, so like now you see those pillows, those pillows absolutely represent the whole day. And every day, every Sunday that we get together and share poetry. Those pillows happen to be the stage in my house. If you're going to read a poem or sing a song or do a short story, whatever you're going to do, you have to go on the stage. And that's the stage. Some pillows stacked together. And I've never really looked at the symbolism of it all, but it makes a lot of sense when I think about it, because these are pillows, a whole bunch of them, soft pillows, a cushiony situation where you can relax and you can put your butt down and respect the fact that the treasure of your existence basically exists in your ass. That's one of the prides that we've gotten as a gift of the people who we are. And you get a chance to rest your ass on the pillow and share your work. And it's a nice thought because we do better when we're comfortable. And it's not, but we don't want to be too comfortable. There's no back, there's no armchair. It's just some pillows. And they represent the stage in my house. And I just want you all to know that. One of the brothers, by the way, that picture that's above you, can't see it. Yeah, that picture happens to be a picture of a carnival in Brazil. That's a brother playing a tambourine, and of course a sister with a beautiful pair of whatever. Yes, and bangles. Yeah, she has some nice bangles on. Dancing the samba. You can almost hear the music. And I love. And then you see a collection of my stuffed animals to the right. I have a lot of little stuffed animals. I've stuffed bears and stuffed dogs. And my students that I used to teach, they know I like stuffed animals, so I can have a Winnie the Pooh stuffed animal. I got all kind of stuff to stuff, and it's nice. That's the little boy in me, I suppose. But the fact is that then there's my couch, of course, with my red, black, and green flag, just to kind of let you know where I'm coming from, you know, and pictures on the wall. My house is like really a little mini cultural center because I'm even not here. I got masks. That mask is from Venezuela, and I got masks from all over South America and Africa because you'd be surprised at the connection. And in many of my paintings, now my Haitian art is special. If side over, see that piece right there, that's a piece of Haitian art. Haitian art, there's no art in the world that can compete with Haitian art. If you go to the Dominican Republic and you go into an art gallery, you're going to see the place is flooded with Haitian art. I had to ask the curator of an art gallery in DR if there was a Dominican Republic, if there was a Dominican artist around. And he told me that there was. I had to go to his house because he couldn't even get his stuff in the gallery because the Haitians said this stuff was, that's the most wanted stuff. When people come over to visit DR and they go to the galleries to buy art, and the reason why Haitian art is so special is if you notice, they know how to highlight colors. Their blues are real blue. Their reds are real red because they do a thing with contrasting colors the way they paint that brings that color out. And that's a special gift. And you don't go to art school to learn that. You just have to be about that. But anyway, there are a lot of things in my house that I really feel very proud of because they represent who I am as a person and they represent what I love as a culture because we are in America and many people have tried to give us Huff and Spot and see Sally run and look at Dick and Jane. And that might work for those folks that can relate. There is something else I've discovered in my searching and for myself that I want to put on blast. And so I'm living like that. Listen, we got some more people and we don't want to stop because this is beautiful. I want Earl right now. Earl is here with us and he's been with us the entire day. And well, I have to tell you about Earl. You know how I feel about Earl. I don't want him to just do what he does. Turn it so he can, because you're going to face him. Oh, you did it already. Earl is dead. Okay.
My phone.
Oh,
Yeah. How's everybody doing? Oh, you want me to do this? Okay. Yeah. Peace, family. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
a lot. I'm just glad to be here. Some of the things that we were talking about really resonated with me. I actually had the chance to visit Nigeria in 2008, and I was after opening up for Shaggy, I was they stopped the concert and gave me my African name, and it was Adewale Adekule, and it was something that I was extremely proud of. To that end, while I was in Africa, I thought it was important that I finally write a poem in the motherland. I had wrote so many poems about us and there and what it might mean or not mean. It just felt good to write a poem in, on the soil of the motherland. And that's the poem I'm going to share with you now. I believe it's in line with our theme for today. It's entitled Resurrection. Black people, we are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. My beautiful, bloody but unbowed Black people, we are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. Let me tell you a story that travels from green pastures to the island of Gori, from E-Way to the first E-Bay, while families say hello and goodbye. Try as they may, bringing hell and high water, slavery and outright slaughter, the diaspora cast to the four winds, subjected to sins. Only God can reason why. We are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. From Alexandria to Arkansas, Benin to Bmore, we have seen more death and destruction, racism or reconstruction, laid low under the guise of being inferior. But we rise like the tide on the banks of Nigeria, born to walk in the light, but we'll fight to be free. So let's celebrate the citadel in Haiti. We are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. Let me tell you a story that travels from green pastures to the island of Gori, from E-Way to the first E-Bay, while families say hello and goodbye, try as they may. But whether Jim or Jim Bay, Boycott or Bouvier, be it Ali and Nkrumah or Claude McKay, somehow we make a way from the airmen of Tuskegee, Toussaint or Tupac, Zidabadi-bop or bebop to the boom bap of hip hop. The work of Sheikh Anta Diop, the OG on the block, whose eyes have seen the glory of Shirley Chisholm to Barack. And you don't stop, keep on. We are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. Who am I, or you for that matter, not to be bold, bountiful, and blacker than the midnight sky that graces the motherlands, or the unfettered love that resides in your mother's hands? We are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. And when we acknowledge the reasons why, being optimistic, a breeze. The impossible done with ease. A hardship, if you please. Our strength of spirit in roots that bind family trees. We are the offspring of ancestors that refuse to die. And the only way to honor their sacrifice is to break your shackles and live.
Ooh.
Right.
Pop bro. Oh, stop. You got your scriptures. Yes. Black scriptures is already being written. That's dope. Girl.
You did it.
And I heard that before. I heard it the first time right now.
Wow, wow, that's a statement. Wow, wow.
Chisholm to Bill.
But what you say? What you say? Come on now. That's the affirmation of our affirmation. That's the affirmation piece of who we are, recognizing that we're not deficient in anything. We have everything we need to be exactly what we need to be,
for us and for the world.
What are you getting ready to say, baby? Speak to me. Speak to me.
You talking to me, Baba?
Yeah, whoever. Somebody.
I was just going to say that when you think about everybody you're looking at, there's a minimum of 2,048 ancestors standing behind them. And then you think about those that did come here and refused to die. That lineage gives us two things. It gives us our instructions for how to behave, and it also lets you know what kind of people you come from. And you can't let them down. You can't let them down. You have to live your best life. You have to.
Woo. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Yes, come on. Look, let me see. Tanya Hamilton. I don't think we heard from you.
Baba Abiodun?
Yes.
Tony Hamilton is my sister. So that is Kwame's other first cousin.
All right. Well, she's been so patient and so quiet. I want to hear her noise.
That's my sister.
Come on, sister.
So I'm kind of new at this. I used to write a long time ago, but I hadn't in a while. So
what's a long time ago? Like 90 years?
No, like 30 years.
Oh, that's a long time?
Yes, sir. To me it is. Y'all.
I'm here to tell you that we're gonna have to redefine long time.
Okay, all right.
Because we got a lot of folks that will completely mess around for 30 years and not get it done. I mean, matter of fact, the ancient Egyptian calendar said that they didn't even consider a man grown until he was 30. They knew he was gonna play. So 30 years ain't that long. It's a period in your life. The truth is that we've been cheated out of a lot of years. And so consequently, we put ourselves, you wear size 8 shoe, but they making you wear size 4. So you're trying to fit your feet into some shoes that don't even fit. And you're trying to tell yourself that your feet feel fine. What? Ngoma? What did he say? Ngoma, what's the haiku, man?
Ngoma left the room. He's in the kitchen.
Yeah, what's that? You know it's haiku. Come on. What's it?
He's asking for something.
Ngoma, what's that? Earl said you had a haiku.
I got a haiku. Haiku for my sisters. You be sitting there, Western shoes, African feet, wondering why they hurt.
Enough said. Enough said. Let's hear from you, baby.
Sister dear, should I do home fries?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, do that one. Do that one. I like that one.
Okay.
Home fries. All right. I like the title.
The cast iron pan woke and came alive with joy as she was lifted out of the box. She felt the melancholy grip of granddaughter's hand. Pan was happy to be cooking again. What will we make, she wondered. As the flame warmed her bottom and rose up her sides, Pan saw Grandma smiling from the other side. Pan missed her so. This oil is different. But garlic I know, and onion. Pan tasted onion. Oh, hallelujah. Granddaughter was humming just like Grandma used to do. Pan loved it so. What are we making, Pan wondered. Granddaughter was cutting something on the table, but Pan couldn't smell it or see what it was. As granddaughter came to stir, Pan did her best to caramelize the ingredients just so. Grandma was very fussy, and she was watching. Pan waited, and then as the potatoes were lowered into her bosom, she knew. Home fries, she told Grandma. We're making home fries just like you. As the salt and butter and paprika was sprinkled in, Pan was filled with the love that flowed through generations. Grandma gently touched Pan on her handle, winked, and smiled.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You know what? I realize that Black people are very magical and all that kind of stuff because, you know, I'm a part of that crew and I love it. But there's sometimes things is just too spooky for words. I have not made home fries and salmon croquettes for like a long time now, a year. My niece said she's coming and she's bringing this and that, and then different people show my mouse. So this morning I got up with the routine in my head to make my salmon and my home fries. And some said, you just make eggs. No, they can make eggs on their own if they want, whatever. But I got up and I had the whole thing planned, laid out. And I did the salmon, everything I got down. And then I did the home fries. And then you do a poem that describes the exact way the pan that I use could relate to the fries. Do you realize? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have a bunch of pans in my cabinet, and I pulled out this pan and it didn't feel right. I pulled out another pan and it didn't feel right. And that was the fourth pan, and it felt like, yeah, I'm ready. Who in the world would imagine someone would come on your goddamn fucking gadget and talk about a pan that you pulled out your fucking cabinet? I'm gonna tell you something. I believe in God, but God is ridiculous. I'm sorry. If that's a curse, fuck it. God is ridiculous.
He just has a sense of humor.
This makes no sense. Everything that's happened today, this entire day, I look at my astrology sign every morning just because it's a habit. You know, I'm a Pisces. I want to see what they say. What's happening on Pisces today? It's gonna be a good day, a bad day, whatever. And I try to take it in a little bit and see what happens. My fucking astrology sign is one said, "You're gonna have a busy day, and be ready for it. And friends will make you happy." Basically, this has been. You have no idea what you all have done for personally, and it's selfish right now. But I'm gonna say it's about me. Yes, you all have made me happy, and just because, and it's not just because we're talking to each other. The quality of work that you all produce is ridiculous. Everybody, listen. I don't know how we can do it, but we don't need to do it like struggling.
We got more to do.
Yes, but the recording got to be done. All right, who's next? Who did I miss?
Me.
All right, come on, baby, come on.
He's coming.
So this is a really an autobiographical piece. It's about family, but here we go. And I might have read it on your open mic before. I don't know.
Okay.
It's called Funny Thing Is. Funny thing is, I never thought much about growing old. Didn't realize that I was until a group discussion with young poets. I mentioned that I went to high school and college in the Jim Crow South before integration. We actually had teachers that cared. We didn't wear jeans to school. It just wasn't allowed. We never thought that it was uncool. In fact, we birthed the cool. Male teachers wore suits and ties. Women teachers wore skirts and dresses. You could tell the teachers from the students. And people dressed up when they went to church. In fact, church was like a fashion show. Everyone wore their best. I never argued with Dad about whether or not I could use the car. we didn't have a car. In fact, I remember before Rosa Parks, we rode in the back of the bus. We debated much more serious issues like integrating schools and the fact that I never really wanted to go to school with white people. It wasn't that I disliked them. It's just that all of my friends were Black and that they were foreign to me. None lived in my neighborhood. Going in their neighborhood could get your ass kicked and vice versa. Besides, my high school marching band was the best in the state. We didn't play Sousa. We rocked the hits like Hit the Road, Jack, and danced the wobble and the jerk. I grew up on Saturday night doo-wop and Sunday morning gospel. I learned harmony underneath the street lights. We sang lyrics like In the Still of the Night. After graduation, we didn't try to dodge the draft. It would have been an embarrassment to the family. Besides, my mom worked as a secretary for the government. It was one of the better jobs for colored people, although the water fountains and restrooms were still segregated. I walked picket lines in the 60s. My dad was a plaintiff in the Brown versus Board of Education suit. He got fired from his job for it. We integrated theaters, stores, lunch counters, and churches too. Some white kids joined, but they were mostly into peace and love. We grew into Black Power. Stokely Carmichael became Kwame Ture. Leroy Jones became Imamu Amiri Baraka. I became Ngoma. I was an infantryman in Vietnam long before hip hop. We wore afros and Converse before Adidas and shell tops. I told you, me and Miles, we birthed the cool. After Nam, heroin was king. Panthers and Simbas owned the night until COINTELPRO. Fred Hampton and Bobby Hutton lay in their graves, soldiers coming home in body bags. Funny thing is, I never thought I'd live long enough to grow old.
Wow.
Ngoma, what you've done is not just, you gave it, as you said earlier, it was autobiographical. This was a history lesson. But it's not just your story. That's the story of millions of brothers.
Yeah.
And of course, because of your skill factor, it's able to be digested in a way that any fool could understand and see where we are and why we are where we are because of that piece. And it's your life. Brother, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Goma,
Yeah.
I have to say, man, that picture you have of you and Nam is so iconic to me, man.
Can't
We
hear
can't
you.
hear you well.
Sorry.
Turn the computer
A little bit. Can you hear me, Ngoma?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I was saying that picture you have of you and Nam is so iconic to me, man. That picture that you took, man, holding your rifle, yo, that picture just resonates with me, man, on so many levels, man. Every once in a while when I'm on your page, I just have to look at that picture, bro, for real.
Okay. All right, I hear you.
Well, brother, I haven't seen that picture because the gun and rifle artillery that you hold for me are your words and the way you deliver them. And I appreciate you for that, brother.
Thank you very much.
Because and thank you for the little gig that we did at Yale a couple Sundays ago. That was last Sunday.
Yeah.
That was very nice. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get a piece that I recently wrote that I think I want to share with all of you, and I'll get it. But before I move, I'm gonna bring whoever I did not receive. Who is here that I did not call on?
Okay, I gotta run.
Okay.
Shelly.
Yes, I didn't spit.
Shelly.
Yeah.
Shelly, come on, baby. And Oshun. Shelly and Oshun, yes.
I can let Queen go first. I'll wait.
Well, why don't you go first? Because actually, I sent you a
Okay.
and I said I got two short ones, and your theme today was our people, and both of my poems hit two different sides of our people. So, sis, why don't you go first?
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. This piece is called Black Diamonds.
Black Diamond?
Black Diamonds.
I got you. Black Diamond. Right? That's you said, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Black cat clock with big eyes and a tail, movement synchronized, going back in time, opening oven doors, boiling pots of water on top of the stove, covers tacked on doorways, towels resting on the floor, close to doors, sealing out the cold. Book of food stamps pushed down in children's pockets, going to the store, not wanting them to be seen, government cheese, welfare lady popping up whenever she pleased, funds not enough to meet the needs. Side hustle, scrubbing floors, sore knees, red rotary phone mounted on yellow painted kitchen walls, extra long cord, damn near able to reach every room in the railroad house. And laughter filled the cracks in the walls, giving off their own art form. And it wasn't much, but it was home. Party hardy, rent and paint parties, reminisce yellow 45 disc, fighting with the 45 to stay connected with it. Bought brown bags holding whatever choice of liquor was your pleasure. Not a tumbleweed of a child was in the midst of it. Back room is where they played, drinking red Kool-Aid, pretending to feel no pain like grown folks, singing along, cause the children knew all the lyrics to the songs, having a party all on their own, joyous and glorious, never knowing that poverty was amongst them, happiness and togetherness at those moments. Even the adults didn't feel the effects. And at the end of it, blessed with enough to pay the month's rent, and the baby needed a new pair of shoes and extra to buy them too, and lit up a cool and slightly closed eyes, a moment of peace. Long streams of smoke released and sitting on the stoop, and children, rocks placed in hands behind backs hidden, playing school, played, picked the right hand, moved up a step and on to the next grade, and punch buggy, and that's my car, and mad if your car was ugly while others thought it was funny. Life most times, lovely. After morning chores, bowls of cereal, sat on the floor, Saturday morning cartoons and Soul Train, love, peace, and soul glow seen, cause beautiful people use Afro sheen. Platform shoes and bell-bottom jeans, summer heat, blocked off street party, block parties as jellies, Mary Jane's, Pro-Keds, and Converses danced on hot asphalt street, then popped open the trunk, exposing toothpick in between his teeth, meat man selling boosted meat, contributing to the makings of ends meet, a crime wrapped up in concern. Love so thick you could cut it with a butter knife, family life, village life, unity in the community, and could borrow a cup of sugar, and Miss Rose sat at the window and couldn't do no wrong. All eyes wouldn't conform to the lies. Respect the tribe. It wasn't always easy in life. Life was tough, but we have always been black diamonds in the rough. Black diamonds in the rough. Black diamonds. Peace.
Shelly.
Fire.
Fire, baby. Absolute fire. I mean,
Thank you.
no, I mean, and like today, for some, we said family. We have, I mean, I've been hearing a series, and I got brothers right here to like tell me if I'm wrong, man. Like, we've been getting a history lesson of how Black folks have had to survive this madness. everybody's poem has given us a personal experience of the whole torture and pain and misfortune that we have been faced with. And at the same time, nothing has left us dead at the end. I'm telling you, we're on the right track. Before you can ever heal yourself, you got to recognize you were wounded.
Yes.
And that's what everybody's expressed. I feel the wounds. I'm hurting, goddammit, but I'm healed up big time. Because I know we've got the answer. I'm clear of that. I mean, like I'm sitting, my son is sitting at my right side right now. That shit is more important than people can imagine. Pharaoh made it clear. We have a piece where he says, we are the people we've been searching for. I mean, we run around looking for somebody. We are it. And we got breath and health and strength in a time when the virus is raging, motherfuckers can't talk to each other. Hey, we are alive and well. We know that our dominant gene is going to prevail no matter what. It's not about arrogance. It's about understanding that we have been protected by God, and God is the energy that surrounds us. When you come to that understanding, I don't give a damn what your denomination is or who your preacher is or whatever. You recognize that God in you has lit a fucking light that you can feel and see. Others will see it too, and they will already recognize and beware. A virus ain't nothing but a nasty little human being in air that tries to fuck with you. It's a nigger, an unnecessary air nigger. And that's and everybody got to deal with that. And he's gone wild. He's buck wild. Then I let this nigga out the cage. But that's what the society does. The society creates niggas. What else can they do? They created niggas overtime. Now we got a virus nigga, and he don't want to die. He gonna say, listen, I'm gonna tag team my boys, and when I go, they're gonna show up. Now they got the variants. You know, of course, I don't want to get shit. I don't know about y'all. If you're taking the fucking vaccine, fine. If you feel like you had to do that, good. I'm not gonna begrudge anybody anything. I have not taken the vaccine. I'm not looking forward to taking the vaccine. I might take the vaccine. I have a great doctor. My son and I had a virtual meeting with her the other day, and she said, "You look great. I feel great." She said, "You sound good." I said, "I think I'm good." And as long as I think and feel I'm good, I'm good. And I want to maintain what I'm doing. Right now, I'm doing everything right. I got my immune thing. I'll tell you what I do. I'll even tell you all if you want to know. Because what I'm doing, I feel like, yo, I got some time. I can be here for a moment. I'm thinking about going to the park, shooting some basketball in the summer. I mean, and that's crazy. But I feel like, yeah, I think I got a couple of shots. The truth of the matter is that I'm not dictating to anyone what we need to do. The vaccine, of course, people praise and think that it's a healer. We have been dealing with a character who has been diabolical from day one. And that's a reality. Do not forget, the devil is not dead, and he works overtime. I'm not saying that God can't interrupt his deeds, because God can. God has that ability. But I cannot guarantee nothing. All I know is that we, as a group of people who communicate with each other on the screen every other Sunday, we have created a power force that has got to be scary right now to all the little ants that are watching and taking it back to the so-called powers that be. This is special. And I want to thank each and every one of you for making it this way. And before we move on, do we have somebody else here that's supposed to do something? Who?
Me?
Oshun.
Yes.
I think it makes sense that we were in Oshun. You got to understand, Oshun is a goddess of love. She's an absolute bitch, but she's a goddess of love. And I can say she's a bitch because I know about Oshun. I love Oshun. I'm Shango. And Shango and Oshun had a ridiculous relationship. The only problem is that she didn't want Shango to be Shango until she wanted him to be Shango, which is fucked up because Shango gonna be Shango all the time. And Oshun is like, no, not when I want you to be somebody else. Oshun is the youngest of the Yoruba gods, and she's a fight. Matter of fact, if I'm right, Oshun, I think she has a rule. Shango has 7 wives. None of his wives could wear green and yellow on the day that Oshun decided to wear green and yellow. What kind of arrogance?
That part is true, but Shango had 3 wives. He had, oh, my mind is blank. The first one that he had, she's a river goddess also. The second one was Oshun. The very last one was Oya.
Oh yeah, right.
Oba was his first wife, and he had three wives. So out of respect for Oshun on her days, they did not wear green or yellow. But the other thing that most people don't know about was originally Oshun was married to Ifa. She's married to Orunmila. He was so busy with the spiritual work that they were the first that were best friends in the Yoruba culture. They were the first married people that actually lived together. That's how much they liked and loved each other. But she wasn't having children because Ifa was busy out running around doing all the spiritual stuff. So she left Orunmila, Ifa, and she married Shango. But this is how close Oshun and Ifa were. She got to Shango and she wasn't having any children either. She went back to Ifa and said, what do I need to do to have children? And he told her. He made sure that she had children. She gave birth to the first set of twins. He made sure that she had children with Shango.
Ibeji?
Ibeji, yes.
And those are the children of Shango and Oshun.
Yes.
Yes, I thought so, yes. But Oshun orchestrated that whole thing.
Yes, she was the one who went after Shango. He didn't go running after her.
Shango
went running after Oya, but Oshun went after Shango. She decided that he would be a good father for her children. And also you have to remember that while Ogun is considered a major Orisha of justice, Shango is too. And Shango also knew magic. And when I say magic, I'm not talking about let's sleight of hand, pull the rabbit out of the hat. But he knew that's how he got the power over thunder and lightning. He had the medicine for it.
Yeah, that story about the thunder and lightning baby, that's one of the stories that's always been conflicting to me, because they said that he had a friend over to the house and he wanted to show him how he could attract thunder and lightning. And they went up on a hill, and Shango actually attracted thunder and lightning. But what it did, the lightning and thunder destroyed the village and it killed many of the people. And they said, now, what happened to Shango? Was he banished from the area? Did he leave, or did he commit suicide? I always felt—
No, wait, that's a linguistic problem. He didn't commit suicide. He was from, the expression is Oba Koso. He was from Koso. He was the Oba, the king of Koso. And actually the original name for Shango was not even Shango. The original name for Shango was Jakuta, literally means thrower of stones. That was a thunder and lightning. But those two deities became merged together. Shango and Jakuta became merged together. Shango was a devotee of Jakuta. So Shango was the king originally, not the Orisha. The Orisha was Jakuta.
Jakuta.
Yeah, Jakuta. Jakuta, literally means thrower of stones. And that's what the Yoruba tell you a lightning bolt is. That's why you can dig in the ground and find the stone. It's a fire stone that hits the ground. And the thrower of stones, Jakuta, is the one who throws those. So they merged the historic Shango together with the Orisha Jakuta, and just ended up calling them Shango. So they're actually two different beings. Yeah, I did a whole lot of study and research.
Where did this come from? Was it from the homie of Nigeria? Where was it? I mean, the people.
Shango and Jakuta are from Nigeria. In the homie, that deity called Hevioso. In the Dahomey and Benin, the thunder and lightning deity is called Hevioso.
Okay.
Same deity.
But it's all the same energy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's deep. That is deep.
I did a lot of asking the questions because I wanted to know about that. And I had read a book, I got it somewhere in here, by a very old Nigerian. He wrote the book when he was already old. And the book came out in 1926. And he explained the whole melding of those two together. The deity Jakuta with the actual king of Oyewole, Shango.
That's information.
So that story that I'm telling you about Oshun and Shango is Oshun and Jakuta.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But you had to, further down the line, they got merged. I don't know how or why they got merged, but they got merged. Now that we've had our history lesson.
Well, the one thing.
There's this poem,
Yes.
and it's a quick introduction, and Ngoma knows everybody. And he, did a lot of social work and social change. So he's been working on the ground, literally on the ground for 40, 50 years in social change and people involved in social change. So this particular evening, it was someone's birthday. And Ngoma goes, we're going to go meet them. We met him at this restaurant in Harlem. And all of these were like some heavy duty folks who always been doing stuff for our people in our community. And so the theme was our people. I decided to read this. But these brothers were beautiful. They were just wonderful. Anyway, this is the poem. I sat with my elders tonight. The wisdom flowed like the jet stream. I couldn't keep up with it. I was bounced around in history that was personally made, lived through, with results intentionally crafted, like the blacksmith's work. Heated, hammered, tempered, then cooled. The next strategy waiting for their soul-bonded teamwork for their plan, like an untouched lump of iron ore, just waiting for their intent to form the new tool. Just one link in the infinite chain of justice-seeking aspirations. I sat with my elders last night, mostly silent, mostly in awe, realizing that most of our people would never know the excruciating, marrow-sucking sacrifices these warriors living in the trenches had made their entire lives. No rest, bad diets, avoidable diseases, many times betrayed for a few dimes, for pseudo-success. They organized a chessboard, made pawns into generals, got laws passed, got communities money, had no money or recognition themselves. Here are our men, our silent servants, unaware that they were servants of Ogun, one of our gods of justice. I sat with my elders tonight, prayerfully, grateful, my hope restored, my faith renewed, realizing that I was protected by the net their hands had so lovingly crafted. I wondered who would remember them, their lives, and their service when the permanent sleep of the body came to claim them. I wondered who would call them as ancestors so their wisdom could still guide us. I wondered if they would answer or just take the long-deserved rest in Orun before they return to the earth. I wonder who will take their place and carry on their divine mission. Yes, I sat with my elders. I am eternally joyous and thankful for the experience. I can't hear you, Baba.
Let me say, what you said, I mean, first of all, the last part of that was exceptional. I want you to be aware of those bricks. And I'm going to come down on you about a brick. You can't say excruciating. We got to see, smell it, feel it somehow. Excruciating is a major brick. Matter of fact, it's a cinder block. And you can't throw that, and you can't put that in your poem. You got to, the poet has got to give us the experience and the flavor of what you're talking about. Excruciating is a word that I have to go to my dictionary to understand. I know what excruciating means, but that's not a regular word. If it was a regular word that we just kick around on the street that everybody understands and has an image for, fine. But you got to figure out, what does that word mean? Out of order. And you know, and now, but the information sitting with your ancestors without question is classic, because that's the very fuel, that's the food of our being. If I can, my ancestors, you know, God, how many people pray to Jesus? They ain't never met Jesus. Jesus had a family. We got some members in our family who are closer to us, and if we call on them, they will help us. They're in another situation right now. We're here on the planet, physically, waking up in the morning, going to sleep, doing chores, doing whatever, and we have physical concerns. They know that. They've been here. They done that. And we need some fucking help. And so they're there to help us. And in a minute, we'll be in that party, we'll be in that crew, helping somebody else. It goes like that until we get a turn to come back. But the deal is that the homage to pay respect to that is key. That's how we're gonna live. We got to respect where we come from and who we are, because that's the only thing that we can be. It's a circle. It's a damn circle. Everything's a circle. I mean, to me, it makes, I don't know. It just makes sense to me. It's a circle. And I respect your piece very much. All I want your piece to do is just be a monster, because it has all the possibilities.
Well, I was talking about hunger, so I'm playing right now in my mind with a word that indicates fire.
The mind is a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. The poet has got to find a way to make that bridge meaningful. That's the job of the poet. The poet's always trying to blend the spiritual with the physical. And that's a chore. That's like more complicated than putting the Rubik's Cube together. You're trying to blend the spiritual with the physical. You're trying to make something that's physical and basically fucked up have some spiritual content. And we can do that because we know that. Yeah. All right, we got some more people. Oshun, thank you, baby. And I hope you heard what I said. Right? All right, got you.
I'm the queen of revision, so you'll hear this one again.
All right, baby. Love you.
Love you too, dude.
Bree. See next? We've been here too. Lord knows I ain't paid no attention. Y'all right here in our house. Bree! Where's Bree? Dangerous.
Okay.
I knew you.
Okay. I'm nervous because look where I'm sitting. Okay. This is okay. This is called restoration. At times I hear them play. At times I hear them sing, splash, and play. My ancestors. Residing in the Red Sea within me, I feel them dance, dream, and pray. Other times I hear the outcries, the screams, I hear the shouts as they jump to drown that day. Drums pounded by coherent rays, they talk about our order, our natural way. Before colonization, we were cosmic smelters, sitting at the feet of elders, receiving holos grandma as I'm holding grandma's hand, not a cursed generation. Hear the hearts beating at her seat of creation, key of life, knowledge and wisdom. Hearts beating, flowered, seeds of creation, stars light of man and woman, bringing forth a star child, understanding. Three main ingredients to the Black family. Ingredients that have been replaced with inferiority, egos inflated. Sense of self dis-ease with fear and muddied intent. We gotta return to ourselves. Black love, raising rising stars and suns is an act of rebellion. Focusing too much on wealth when generational health is imperative to restoring our wellness. The Black family is a detested entity to white supremacy. We love the game so much, bang on these folks who think they can't be touched. Revolutionary, but gangster. Red, black, green, we don't need us banging on us. The women in my family's hands shake. No matter the age, subjects of distress and they can't take it, they're fading. Escaping life's pressures, they work until they ache or take drugs, filling themselves up with everything but self-love. Melanated beings, our separation made us dangerous. We hang with each other in tainted trust. We lay with each other in painted lust as if we are the enemy. While we give them full trust in being just, we are dwindling. We have got to restore the Black family. Restore the curves and dips in the backs of our women after centuries of carrying. Show them it's safe to be feminine. Strengthen the minds of our men after centuries of physical and systemic beatings and lynchings. Restore the Black family, our deed to harmony, and the will to be free.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Speak on it, Shelley. Speak on it. Speak on it.
It was just absolutely phenomenal. I felt that peace. I felt it. Man, oh my God. It was
your voice has a gravity
man.
to it.
They can't be touched.
Your voice has a gravity to it.
Yes.
You know, that cannot be taught. That is just natural. You know, you're the type of person that gets on the mic and before you even utter the room gets silent. Because that's the power you hold.
Mm.
Speak on it, y'all. All I know is that this has been such a soulful evening. I mean, listen, I don't want to say nothing because we got another person that we have not heard from, and Jamal. Jamal has been here. Jamal came all the way from Boston. Now, you all got to know that was one of Malcolm's stomping grounds. You know, Malcolm X was in Boston for a minute. Matter of fact, I think the movie starts out with Malcolm's in Boston.
Yeah.
Him and Spike Lee.
Shorty.
Him and Shorty. Coming from a dance. It was a dance contest or what? Earl, was it a dance contest they were coming from? Where are they coming from? It was just a dance. And they were all doing the, what was the dance at the time? And what was the dance? Is that the Lindy Hop? They were swinging. Yeah, they were swinging. Matter of fact, my friend, they said, Denzel said that was the hardest part for him to deal with. Yeah, you had to learn how to do that. But that was fly stuff, man. And to think that niggas would go places and do this shit for real, it's funny. Real. Baby, you killed us. You weren't even here. This is like some hologram shit right now. You know what? You see, I know, I'm gonna tell you something. I know I'm a terrible person. I love my sisters. And I no, I don't care what anybody say. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as shit. I'm guilty. I'm a lust. We're a woman like you see that? You see? Look. You see this? You see this? What's happening? You see it? He's holding the flag right now. It's a violation.
Pop.
I can't even say it.
Pop.
Your eyes say it.
All right.
Pop, I'm gonna have to take my leave. I got some other things to do. I just wanna before I leave, I'm gonna share the link for the new book in the chat. And also I have the clothing line, which this hoodie is my own clothing line. It's welcome to the love. And so on the back of it, it says love yourself. So I'm gonna share that link. But yeah, I got a couple of other other speaking I did tonight, and I want to stay on task. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. You know, brother Earl, you already know. You know what I'm saying? We go with the dollars.
Okay, tomorrow's gonna share. Here we go, y'all.
All right. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, give thanks. So I just wrote this today. We are family, mother and father of humanity. We are the family tree of life, with many limbs and never the same leaf, with many tongues and never the same belief. In my family, there is king, empress, warrior, and chief. And every family got one or some liar and thief. Are we family or a reasonable facsimile? Are we familiar or family? Familiarity breeds contempt. Gil said, home is where the hatred was. Nobody can hurt you like family. And often when your back is against the wall, no one will be there for you but family, or not. Depends on the type of family you got. Because sometimes the roots of the family tree tend to rot. And oftentimes the rot is hard to spot. We need family counseling for the human family. We've experienced so much trauma and tragedy. Some in shock reverted to survival mode and used coonery, buffoonery, and comedy to make those family dinners that are uncomfortable tolerable. Sometimes in the human family, family dinner means someone is on the table, carved up like motherland for cannibalistic progeny to devour, or Mother Nature, who has been pushed to the brink, and Father Time, who is now struggling to push back the clock. We are family, and now all we need is a singing group. Peace.
Oh. Can I hear somebody? Go ahead, what's your impression? Right away, come on now. I know Jamal. I know what he's got. What you got to say?
I thought it was awesome. And I thought it was very, very telling and spot on when I even look at my own family. So I thought it was, and you know, and the Black family and the human family, and our family here in the United States, all of us. Very dysfunctional, but all we got.
Okay. All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
To be here. This poem is called Black Bee. Black Bee, complex. Black bee, multitudes. Black bee, I'm not, but I am. Black bee, seen and unseen. Black bee, expanding universe yet to reveal her secrets. Black bee, woman. Black bee, beauty. Black bee, smile, sometimes forced fake and the only thing keeping us safe. Black bee, future. Black bee, past. Black bee, third dimension. Black bee, imagination. Black bee, the impossible. Black bee, the opposite of dichotomous. Black bee, pop culture jumping off our backs, writing checks we can't cash. Black bee, fuck Bill Cosby. Black bee, fuck R. Kelly. Black bee, fuck Shea Moisture. Black bee, but support Black businesses. Black bee, until they fuck us over. Black bee, forgiveness. Black bee, we don't talk about that here. Black bee, praise God. Black bee, who's God? Black bee, ritual. Black bee, nature. Black bee, suspension. Black bee, detention. Black bee, why are children not getting an education? Black bee, questions. Black bee, answers hidden in elders. Black bee, listen. Black bee, don't shoot me. Black bee, not sorry. Black bee, jazz. Black bee, not only jazz. Black bee, am I woke or sleeping with my eyes open? Black bee, language. Black bee, resistance. Black bee, me. Black bee, in the skin I'm in, redefining ideologies, holding my ancestry and the possibility that I will always be complete. What entity that engulfs all light and holds it around her neck between her chests limits herself to such words? Black bee, infinite.
Brother, did y'all hear that? Did you hear that?
Yes, indeed. Phenomenal.
All just heard the Black. She gave us a poetic directory. She gave us a poetic directory of Black folks. I mean, it's like you get a book that says, we'll give you the names and addresses of where these people live, whatever. She gave us all of that in one line. And B was a central character of the whole thing. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. We got the village right here. This is all I'm gonna say is that if before today you weren't feeling too good about whatever plans you got to make that are positively on the rise, whatever you felt before today, please recognize today you have been anointed. When we get this many Black folks together to have the kind of fun we've been having this day today, it's like it gives us a soul force that you can't even imagine. That's why we've got to somehow always remain in touch with each other. We feed off each other. We don't suck energy from each other. We share energy with each other. And that's a major thing. You got some other people who will suck you dry. I mean, I used to feel sorry for Oprah Winfrey every day for a clock. She was that big titty on the screen and everybody sucked her milk dry. I mean, but she was the mommy, she was mammy, she was Hattie McDaniel from Gone in the Wind. I mean, we are nurturing each other, and that makes us a power pack. It's like, you know, you put your damn battery, you put the socket in the wall to charge your battery. We're battery chargers for each other because we all got something to say. We ain't sitting here hanging out trying to figure out what the fuck to do. We already doing stuff. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. You'll make me realize that I'm not dead at all. I'm not going to die anytime soon. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Please.
Thank you, Pop.
Thank you, man. You have no idea. And to think that this is the first day I made some damn salmon croquettes in about a year. This is crazy, man. I mean, you make me feel very good. I got my sons with me. Are you please? What the fuck can a man call gold?
WTF. WTF. What's going on, people? Poetry world. How your mama doing? How your daddy doing?
Hi, Farron.
Hey, hey, what's up, Tanya? Tanya. Hey, I started this piece on 420, of course. But I just wrote some stuff. Then I finished it yesterday. I was here. So it's called Another Same. Yeah. Another Same. We got a victory today, but we lost one while we won one. We lost one while we won one. 2 days before we won, we lost one in the same place, same city, Minnesota, where they hold a brother down for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. But 7 miles and 2 days away from verdict day, they took down Deontay, right, the wrong way, the same way, before we won one. And then we finally win one, but we lost one on the same day. 300 miles away in another state, with our souls turning cold to defiance, we watched the shooting of Ma'Khia Bryant on the same day as the trial, before we could even smile or at least exhale. They fail us again, right when we have a shred of hope in this hopeless system, thinking we could win one. When we lose another one, same day, same way, same place, different day, more of the same old. Wait, before you say Ma'Khia's death was different and it wasn't the same, let me explain how you Negroes sound insane. Better yet, I want you to stop and listen to what you're professing as I proceed to ask you a serious question. And I need you to tell the truth, whether wrong or right, all right? Would any cop have shot that 15-year-old girl if she were white? Even if the cop was black, I can't say as a fact that he would not have shot Ma'Khia because she is black. See, black lives have become so devalued. All of our perceptions are now skewed and screwed up, like we only give a fuck about black lives while looking through a white lens, worrying about what they think and accepting their lies to defend their barbaric behavior. We justify the nonsense and then pray for a savior to come help us with our situation once more. But we are the ones we've been waiting for. In reference, while we suffer from a severe case of cognitive dissonance, conforming to shit that don't make sense and making sense of blatant nonsense. And in a military society, they shoot to kill. The shoot to kill mentality is the new sobriety. And the appreciation for life is the drunkenness and the carelessness. We have lost our way. And on this day, when we thought we won one, we lost one while we won one. And the ones we do win is when we become Huey and Bobby again. When we talk like Malcolm and Khalid again. When we lead like Marcus and Harriet again. When we love like grandma again, unconditionally. And then, and only then, when we cherish Black life more than anything else in this world, defending the divine sacredness of every Black woman, man, boy, or girl, will we redefine the meaning of another same as to mean another day of us dying to live for one another, another day.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. What can we say? I mean, it's like you got the news networks, but then you get the news. You know?
That's phenomenal. All right, guys. Peace, y'all.
Listen up. Before you go, listen to this. I'm gonna do this. You can give me a couple minutes because I haven't had a chance to do nothing yet. And I think that we need to hear this because, Brain, you make this, and you see that your character is in here very prominently. All right, my brother?
All right.
All right. Everybody, You all ready? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
All right, let me see your thumb up in the
Yes.
air. Let me know.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up. All right, you're good. Okay, cool. All right. The name of this piece is called Obvious, okay? I guess it's obvious. They won't stop killing us and we won't die. Our bodies might sleep. Our spirits are wide awake. They called me a spook. You damn right I'm a spook. I'm more dangerous when I'm only a spook and my body's not in the way. I'll haunt you in your dreams. I'll blow you away in my wind. I'll drown you in the rain, cause a tsunami in your town. Just keep on killing me. See how long you last. Killing me is like trying to stop the sun from shining, making all the stars disappear, holding back a tidal wave. Can't be done. You are an amateur of life. I am life itself. Life can't die. It travels with the wind. You may not see me. You can feel me. You'll know when I'm gone. I am the breath you try to extinguish. I am the very beat of your heart. You know that. That's why you hate yourself, trying to blame me for your shame. Keep on choking, stabbing, beating, shooting me and my sisters and brothers. Prepare for an earthquake, for I will respond.
Yes, Pop.
Yes, that's what's up. Love it.
The laugh at the end.
Listen, y'all, I want to be what I can be, to be proud,
healthy and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters grow. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery.
Misery.
I want to turn around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true.
Come true.
I made it art even when it was sad. To share whatever my gifts. And when you're feeling low, I give you
A lift.
I want to live without fear. I know that I'm blessed to be here. I know that I'm blessed for being here. I know that we're blessed.
We are blessed.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody, please stay safe and be blessed. And let's get together again very soon. We got work to do, y'all. This is the beginning of something very, very good. This is not a pastime. This is for all time. I am grateful. Each one of us has a bigger responsibility today than we had yesterday. We are now beholden to each other, goddammit, and nobody can get away. We got to be in touch with each other, talk to each other. We got too many things to work together. We got a crew here. This is fantastic. This is outrageous. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited, damn it. This is outrageous. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We are not open. We are still virtual. I know there are some people here today, but we are not open. This is very special today. Anita wanted me to say that special, and I want y'all to feel that too. But I love y'all. We're gonna all be together soon whenever we can. Ashe, ashe.
Sure.